Alrighty, welcome back. We're back at it. Queen Jolene's on the camera. I'm Bad Chad, and we are on air. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some box fabrication. We have the box sides bent up. It is 14 gauge, and what I did is I ordered a sheet, an 8-foot sheet by 4 feet, and I said split it down the middle. So they split it in the middle, so I've got 2 feet of 14 gauge and 2 feet of 14 gauge. Then the next step was I've got 5-inch, I think it's 5-inch of the 2 feet bent on a 45, just to make it simple. And I've got 3/4 of an inch of a 90 on the bottom. The 3/4 inch of a 90 on the bottoms to keep it rigid and straight. You know, when you put a bend in it, it's hard to bend. When we put a bend on the top, that's generally the way the boxes are done back then. I was thinking that I could have done something else to the box, and I still can, but it's just that I have the metal now. I ordered it. I never thought about doing anything really different with it. I'm just making a truck out of it. But if you want to take a look, yesterday I got the cab corner welded up. Basically, that's what it looked like, the other side. So this is the side what it looks like when it's welded up. The other side is when it's polished. Got the roof welded up. I did nothing to the roof other than put it through the roller. You can see I got a nice contour to it. We got a gap over here, a gap over there. That means we have height in the center. Not warped, not oil canned, not anything. And no braces in the center. So that should tell you that it was probably done right, or welded up good, so it was not warped or oil canned. And basically I told you how I did it. Spot, spot, spot all the way around. I come down here and did a couple spots, then went back up around there and just did a little circuit. But that's how that went. It's a truck now. It's pretty well completed there. I mean, there's some more work left to do to it, yes. I have to fill in the gas hole. That'll come in time. There's been a lot of good suggestions on when I've been doing this truck, and I probably am going to take one of them for sure. I'll round the door corners. I probably will do that. As you're looking at it, this piece here has not been connected to the post yet. So if it's out there a little bit, if it's in there a little bit, the reason being is this is not connected to the post yet. It's still wide open. I tacked it to the doors, and it can be pushed in and out wherever it needs to be. So that's what's going on there. But I probably will take the suggestion of rounding the door corners. There's been a few people mention that, and I think it's a good suggestion. But today we're going to do box fabrication. So it's just a flat sheet, 2 feet, I said. It's been on 45 and a 90. Nothing special, nothing more. So what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to put it on a bench. I've got exhaust pipe here. The exhaust pipe is 1.5 inch, and we're going to cut a piece and weld it along the top. And then we're probably going to go for what do you call that? A stake pocket, or pocket stake pocket, where the stake goes in, and it will be a pocket for it down here. If we want to come take a look around at the giveaway truck, we give this truck away a long time ago. There's the stake pockets, basically. And then we're going to show how I'm going to do that. I have a couple different ideas how I want to do it. So these are 6 feet long. So I'm going to cut a piece of exhaust pipe 6 feet long, and we're going to tack it on the top. I might even get Jolene's help, I'm not sure. I just want to check and see if the ends are bent up or not. I have a line on this, on the exhaust pipe. There's a line on there, and I'm going to put that line going with that line so I know this is on right. Sounds good to me. It's snowing outdoors. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. It's snowing here in Nova Scotia. We got some nice fluffy stuff. Pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool. It's time. Winter's coming. You coming back in? Come on. Fina works every day with us. Every day we work, she works. Alrighty, I'm going to cut a piece the right length. Got my marker in my pocket. I'd measure it, but I'd almost rather do this. I'd almost rather do this. Because then I just know that I'm getting it at the right length. Put my glasses down. Alrighty. I'm going to make it just a touch long in case I can just shave it back a little bit. I wouldn't want to have it short. I just want it a little bit long. We're perfectly right on here. Let's cut this off. Watch your toes, sweetheart, watch your toes. I got a couple pair of needle nose here. We'll hold it at either end. Now, I've got a line on this bad boy. There's a line right there. Doesn't matter which line I take. I just want to make sure that the line is there when I weld it. Just so I can get it straight down there. It would be nice to get it right on the top crown. What I mean by the top crown, it would be nice. I'm a little bit shy on this end. I gotta bring it down some. Hope I got a little, did I do so? I got a little bit. Just iron it up. I'm not trying to get that line. Where's that line? There's that line. Just going to tighten these up a little bit. So a box, a box side's pretty simple. If you want to think about it, use your old brain. It's pretty simple. I got it on that line. Basically, that's all I have to make sure is it's on that line. Now I'm going to get a couple pairs of grips, and the reason being is I want to make sure that it's tight. If I have a gap in it, it might not be right. Did that rhyme? Let's start in the center again. Where's that line? There's that line right there. Don't want to squeeze it too hard. I don't want to bruise anything. And that can happen. I've done it. I just want to hold it, that's all. Just want to make sure. I'm going to look it over. I'd be crazy not to. It's on that line. It's on that line. See, right on that line there. It could probably come down just a hair. That's how easy that come down. We're on that line. Let's start the welder up. So this is the start of the box. Basically what I'm saying is we're on the highest point of the round. I guess it'd be hard not to get on the highest point of the round. Not sure exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to tack it in a few places, then I'm going to run the grinder along it and get off the coating so it welds better than usual. Like last time we did the race car hauler. I welded all the exhaust pipe. I didn't scrape a lot of the aluminumized coating off it, and it didn't weld the greatest. And I'm going to tack this on, and then I'll scrub the aluminum off after. It's better. Do one on this side. I've got another one here. Just going to run it down a little ways. Doesn't have to be zinging tight, it just has to hold it. I'm going to run this one on the other side. Tight and right. That's what we're going to call it. I'm going to say that's going to hold it in place. Let's go down this way. Good thick metal. I told you why I chose the thicker metal. You can see on, if Jolene wants to show you, on the 32 on the poster that we give away, I did the box sides out of 18 gauge and I bead rolled them and give it a bead all the way around in a shape. But in actual fact, I did not put no filler in that truck whatsoever, or I don't think I did. It was just bare metal and painted. But on the sides, you see where the black line is, that was a bead roll I put in the box to give it some shape. But in actual fact, I was going to finish saying that I would have had to fill the whole box side out to put some paint on it, you know. Just because you put a bead in it doesn't mean it's ready to paint or anything like that. That bead is generally for strength, but that whole box side, to me, would have had to have been filled out, straightened out, and made into something. And I don't want to go with that on this one. I would like to have it straight and do no body work to it. It kind of makes more sense to me on this project. If I was copying something and it had a body line in it, yeah, I'd go for it. But seeing where we're making our own box, doing our own thing, I don't see there's any need for me to put that bead roll in it and then do all this body work to the side of it to make sure it's straight. And for 1 second, do not think that someone is going to bead roll something in the side of a 6-foot box and then paint it. That's not going to happen. It's all going to have to be filled out and made so it looks really good. It's not going to happen. When you see, you see a firewall that's all been done and someone's did a bunch of bead work to it and done a bunch of metal, that firewall is going to be completely filled out before it's painted. That's the truth of the matter, and that's the way it rolls. So we have the exhaust pipe on the top of the box. Pretty simple matter so far. Pretty simple matter so far. I've got that long enough on that end. We got a little bit of length on that end. We've got it right on that end. I didn't allow any mistakes on that end, did I? Okay, Chetty, cutting yourself close, buddy. That's all right. We'll probably maybe end up welding that shut. Probably, I think it would look okay. But basically, right now at the present moment, stake pocket. Let's try and go for that. I've got a piece of exhaust over here, or not a piece of exhaust, sorry, a piece of trampoline. I've got exhaust pipe there. Sometimes I get carried away when I'm talking. I'm thinking about something else and I say other things, but I got a piece of trampoline there. It's got not a bad shape for this. Going up on an angle, it's kind of not a bad shape. I'm going to cut that in half, and we're going to make a stake pocket out of it. Now I might make, or I probably will make a stake pocket, a different kind of stake pocket out of it, where I use the bead roller and weld some metal together. But we're going to make one out of this first and see what it goes like, and then we'll go from there. See if we like it. If we don't like it, we change it. Alrighty, let's get a piece of paper. Fina, you look like you're all bothered. You don't know where you're coming or going. But that's okay. Sometimes I don't know where I'm coming or going either. All right, we got a marker right here. So basically I have this is what I have. I have a straight and a 45 and a round piece. What I always do, stick my straight edge on there. My lovely assistant Jolene. I'm marking it with my thumb on this other side, right up through here, I'm marking it. See it on this side better. That's what I got going on. Now, this basically is my box side. Now I can make my pocket any shape I want to. So I'm going to just mark one over here just for shits and giggles to show you what I mean. We'll take a 45, I got a round circle up there. Now, I can make it go anyway. I can make it go all the way down straight. I can make it start here and curve it in and then round it down here and go like that. That's a kind of a pretty one. To me it is. You can do anything. Basically what I'm trying to say is it's your chance to do anything you want here. And I sort of like the one I just drew. I like maybe if it wouldn't be bad if it come up, or it doesn't matter if it comes up underneath the round there all the way, I don't think. You can make it come over here, up underneath the round all the way, and make it come down there. You can do that, and then I just have to cut the metal to go around that. What would you rather, sweetheart? What would you like me to see? Would you like me to see you make this one skinny and then come down around? Or would you like me to see you bring it way out there underneath that and come down and go around? Because I like the skinny and then the belly. Would you rather? From that one? The straight one? Don't want the straight one? You don't want the straight one. Do you want this one or you want this one?
This one.
You like this one? It comes in here? Mm-hmm. You don't want it out here like that?
What do you want?
It's always good when you ask somebody what they want and they say, what do you want? You know? We can do either or. This one here kind of interests me a little bit. There's a little bit more work to it because I'd have to cut it around that. It would go up underneath here. We're going to give it more meat. Does not matter, but I have the choice to make whatever I want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it on here. I'm going to trace it out on a piece of metal, and then I'm going to, let's do it. Which one do I like? I'm not sure which one I like, to be honest with you. I kind of like that one. How it goes out there like that. I like this one, I think. She's okay with the boy, she's okay with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on here what I think I want. And it's not over until you're satisfied, basically. That's what I have. It's kind of out further at the top than it is at the bottom. Don't know if that matters much or not. I can bring it in some more. Split the she wants to split the difference. Anyways, let's cut it. Get a pair of scissors. Basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing this so to make the shape of the metal. That's what I'm doing. So for some reason, this reminds me of Santa's sleigh. Alrighty. Basically, there's what we got going on. So you can see how the paper comes along here. Goes up underneath the, they're just nice. We got a little bit of a belly on it down here, a little thinner up there. Tickety-boo. So what we're going to need is, as you look at that, that's the piece of metal that we want going up through there. We want a 90 on that so we can apply it to this, if you know what I'm trying to say. When I go to apply it to it, basically what happens is this goes down like this and then adds a 90, and then you do plug welds on there to hold this stake pocket on. And that's what we'll do. We'll add some on each piece. So when we run this piece, we got a piece of metal right here. This is the fun part when you get to do stuff like this. You can do it quickly, you can do it slowly, but it's fun to make stuff like this. Now I'm going to take, this is what we need. So remember I said we need a 90. We need a 90 there. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to guessy poo, like I always do. Sometimes that's not the best thing to do, but you know what? It's what I do. So this is the 90. Looks good to me. Look good to you, Jolene? All right. I hate to tell you, if it looks good for Jolene, it looks good for me. No, I don't hate to tell you that. I'd love to tell you that. So I'm just going to trace this out. The better you trace things out, the better pattern you have, the better it will be, as you'll see. I could have grabbed a couple magnets to hold that on there. I could have. Probably would have helped a little bit. Alrighty. So now, when I bend the 90, I don't want to cut it off. I don't want to cut it off there. I want to cut it off straight. Also, I'm going to probably need a 90 on that to finish that off. Maybe, maybe not. It all depends how I want to apply it. But let's go cut it and make it part of what we got going on here. This is the pattern. P for pattern. Let's cut this shape out. And we'll need two of that because we'll need one for that side of it and one for that side of it, of the stake pocket. Alrighty. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going just to cut it. Guess I'm going to cut the line because that's how I started. Hard to see right here. When I stick my tongue out, that means I'm concentrating. don't know what my brain got to do with my tongue, but watch yourself. Should just cut it all the way along. I should have. Yeah, don't matter. It's going good. Don't matter. It's going good. All right, I'm just going to get a hammer, tap this flat. This is the fun stuff. This is the artistic side, I guess. Doing all the body work and doing all the other stuff is doing body work. Making little things like this, I find is the artistic stuff where you can actually make it exactly what you want. So however these get made or however it gets finished, it'll be the way me and Jolene chose, or it'll be whatever. So let's bend a 90 on this bad boy. And we all know it can be done many different ways. It can be done many different ways. We want a 90 on that. We're hitting that. Sorry, sweetheart. Somebody doesn't clean up. I think his name is Chad. Alrighty. Just going to take a look at this. You can see now we got a nice straight piece with a 90 on it. We've got a shape going on it. And you'll never guess, we need another one. So we got this going on. So we got a nice 90 going on here. We've got a piece going up in there. If we want a 90 on this piece, we're going to have to weld it on. We're going to have to add a little piece, weld a little piece on here, and weld a little 90 on there to finish that if we want to. Or I can just put it in there, spot this on, and I can weld down through there if I want to. It's hard to do your body work up in there once you get that welded on, but if you do a good job welding one dot at a time, you can lay it in there so you won't even need it. You can paint it. So let's make another one. We need two. We need two. I don't know if this is big enough for... I don't think it is. It is, but I haven't got a straight edge, and I can make a straight edge though over in that shear. That's what we'll do. We'll make a straight edge with the shear. No, I got one right here. What am I talking about? Don't be so silly. Alrighty. Actually, I'm going to cut that line. It's been cut with a zip cut, and you can see that it's got sharp metal on it, and it might not be the straightest. So if I just go up to the shear and shear it and make a nice straight line out of it, it might make it a little bit better for the start. Whatever. It'd be nice to start with a nice straight line. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Just having fun here in the Yankee workshop. Making a straight line is all we're doing right at the present moment. Nothing but making a straight line. Look at this now. Ah! Watch your feet there, Peanut. Bye, jeez. Pants are falling off, aren't they? think someone's gonna sharpen the blade too. We're going down through, but it ain't very quick. And we're moving, I can see that. It's moving all over the place. Come on. I don't know if it was worth it. My, what's going on? It's kind of curling it over is what it's doing. Not big enough a cut. You know what I mean? Not enough metal. Ow. Bye. Drive me crazy. Come on. Piss me off. Can't complain, $75. Damn it! Cut her off. Do it again. Think that's funny, do you? Woo! It's not rocket. All right, we get a little bend up there, we do. Whoa. Get a hammer, straighten that out. Now my feet feel like my hands. Remember when we bend that square stock? My feet feel like my hands. I've cut too much off. I will curse. Too short. Yep. The other way, I can get it. I'm telling you right now. I have to do that again. Just trying to get a straight line. That's what I want, is a straight line. Let's get it. What he'll do, if I cut that too shy this time, whoop whoop! Got it that time. Alrighty. Where's our piece over there? I want to check this out. Man, my feet are just ringing. I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to sit on that straight edge. I'm going to copy what I already did by doing this. See what I'm doing? That just gives me a pattern of the other piece. Here's my bend. Here's my piece. Yeah, these shoes didn't do very good on that. I've got a nice new pair of boots that, what's the company that give them to us? There's a company that give me a pair of boots that I'm supposed to be wearing, and they're so damn nice that I haven't put them on yet, but I have to wear them because I don't have to wear them. I want to wear them, but they're just so damn nice. I don't feel like bringing them in the garage and scuffing them and ruining them, or using them the way they're supposed to be used, because they are work boots. But I'm going to have to put them on. What do you mean by have to put them on? I'm going to put them on and use them. But man, they're some nice boot. It's just kind of, that line's not perfectly straight. We can take a little bit off of that and make it. All right, let's cut this one. I was trying, wasn't it, sweetheart? Basically everything starts with a little pattern and then take off from there. Also, it's easier to draw on paper and cut it than it is metal. I mean, let's face it. Things aren't going good right here in a second. Why is that? So it's easier to mess up a piece of paper and draw it on that than it is metal. Cut it with a pair of scissors, see if it works, see if you like it. And if you don't like it, you can always change it. My gloves, did I take them off down there? Put them right there, I want to put them on. So if nothing else, take the paper pattern trick, because it'll help you in the end. But if you don't like it, it's easy to throw away. You just crinkle it up and put it in the garbage. Has to be 4 of these, 1 for each corner. Not even sure if these are the ones I'm using, but this is what I'm doing. And I can show you nothing less than what I'm doing. Nothing less or nothing more. Alrighty, let's tap, tap, tap this straight, straight, straight. What did I do? Draw the pattern with that little edge off it? So, when I bent this one and put this on, I would fill that little tiny hole with a little bit of weld and grind it off so it made it look like that. That's a boo-boo on my part, not paying attention. That's a boo-boo on my part.
You have to reverse fold it.
Yes. Good. Jolene just made a good suggestion, and it would have made my life. I'm rattled. Where I did fold it one side like that, I got to fold the other side on the other way. Well done, Jolene. Well done. That's why you're the queen. That's why you're the queen. Queen Jolene. Fina's not happy with outdoors right a second. I'm going to grab her. You don't like the snowflakes, huh? Get in there, Fina. Alrighty, let's go for it. Thank you, Jolene. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're on the ball. She's not only doing the camera work, boys, she's right on what's going on, man. She knows what's going on. Queen Jolene. Gotta be not say very careful, but, you know, have a little bit of preciseness on this bending stuff. We want it to look good. Not bad. Alrighty, here's what we got going on. Take a pair, just stand this up. So this is one side, and this is the other side. And that's nice that I have a little bit extra. See where that's a little bit extra, a little bit long there? Now I can sand that off. Alrighty, now that I have this, I'm going to get out of Jolene's way. I'm going to get a pair of clamps. I had a pair of clamps here, I had that on there. I just want to clamp it on, see what it looks like. That's all, so it stands up for me. basically, if we looked at the side of the box, that's your stake pocket. That's what it'll look like. It looks rather appealing, does it not? Looks very appealing. One is, it's okay. Now, basically, I can face this stake pocket with whatever I like. When it comes to, I can take a flat piece, straight piece, and then I can bend it to this shape, and then I can just take a flat piece. I can put a bead roller through it. I can put maybe 2 beads through it, 2 small beads. That's exactly what I did to the 32. You can see 2 lines here, one there, and one there. They're on all 4 of them, and I bead rolled a piece of flat metal. And then what I did, just like how I made the mandreled square tubing, exact same way how I made that. I just took that piece and I laid it in there, and I butt welded it all the way along the edge, and I ground all the weld off, and looked absolutely gorgeous. Didn't have to do really much to it. Or I can give a little bit of shape to this matter. I cut that off. I don't know, where did I put that? Right there. I cut this off, and I don't know if I want to. I got a piece of new. I keep the mandrel bent, but I got a piece of exhaust pipe here. Let's bend it in that shape, and then vice grip it on. And then the face will be round instead of being flat with a bead roll. I can do both different ways, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something. And that'll have to be cut off at the top to make it go. Come in. No, Fina, it's okay. I knew that was going to happen, or I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to have to bend that just a little bit more. We have my hammer. I don't want to beat on that side. I don't want to beat on that side. Not at all. Didn't put no dent in it. No harm, no foul. I hope no harm, no foul. I want to stick that on something. On the end of the vise. And I can't get at it. Just want to bend it in the spot that it's not bending, and it's not. Well, it is a little bit. Basically, what I'm trying to do, or what I want to do, is I want to bend the pipe this shape, and then I will just cut it, and I will lay it in there and weld it on this side, and weld it on that side, and I'll have a nice round contour. What's that, sweetheart? I can, but I want to get it in shape before I cut it in half. You know what I'm saying? It'd be pretty hard to, well, I can cut it in half, but I just don't know if I'll be able to bend it in the shape that I want. I might be able to bend it easier in half. But that's what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, I don't care if the pipe is cut, because the pipe, where it's cut is going to be going on the backside, and I'd be cutting that all off. But I want to get it in shape where we're going before. That sort of bented that piece of... Doing this all on the fly, man. Just trying to do what I can do to get what I desire. I'm just trying to make the other cuts work. This cut here is working just fine. It's these cuts that are not working. The ones where I can't, you know, it's kind of short. That cut there is working fine, that big one, or the last one. It's the other ones that's not working. Just cut a little bit further. Cut it all the way, probably. You know, it might be like, as I'm doing this, you might think, wow, just get a pipe bender and bend it. Well, you know what? I don't have a pipe bender that will do exactly what's going on there. And I don't feel like I need to go buy a pipe bender to need what's going on there. Basically, what I'm thinking is that, you know, you don't need, I don't want to say that you need this tool and that tool and this tool and that tool to build something. It's exactly like these cab corners. When I took the shrinker and shrunk the edge of the cab corner to fit it on there to get it going good. Well, you don't, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You don't actually need that shrinker in there to perform what I did. You can cut little grooves in it like this and bend that flat piece of metal, cut it a little bit, and then weld it back together. You can do that, yes you can. And so basically, do not let something stop you because you think that you need something. That's not the game. That's not the name of this game. The name of this game here is to be able to get something done with what you have. That's the name of the game. I want something. Stick that on. A piece of square stock that was nailed down would be nice, but. That's the name of the game, is to be able to make something. Man, I'm going to get her. Just keep cutting her. So, you know, for me to go buy a pipe bender and buy this and buy that to do this, well, that's being unrealistic for everybody to do. But if you've got a grinder, a hammer, and an imagination, and a little bit of will and a little bit of want, you can do exactly what I done there. Exact same amount of time, everything. Just a little bit more work, welding the edge of it up where you slit it so you could bend that piece of metal. So the object of this game here that I'm playing is not the tools you have. It's your will and want to get it done. Basically. Get a little bit more bend on her. Sorry, Fina. The will and the want, man. The will and the want. Spin her a little bit more. Trying to get it down in there so I can. Now we're going to cut it. in here and try to get this flap down. So we're gonna, and that's why I'm gonna stay the way it is. I don't need that stuff. I don't mind using my brain to get where I think I wanna go, to make that shape out of that exhaust pipe. I'll just go use my peanut on the top of my head and figure it out and go from there. And I cannot, you know, then you can't say, or anybody can't say, well, I can't do this because I haven't got this. Well, that's not the case. That's not the case. Just had to use that grinder disc up, that's all. Use them up. Use them up, man, use them up. See if we're getting back here again. So we're in there. I'm gonna start bending it around. I'm gonna have a marker. Just gonna mark where it starts to show me a different shape. Down in there, basically right about here somewhere. We're going for a different shape. Watch it, Fina. Bad. I need some more slits down here to bend that further down. Let's give her. Bit more. Alrighty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pair of C-clamps. I'm going to clamp that in there where it looks good. And then I'm going to cut it free of all the excess. And we'll see what we can do. So this is just a trial run to see what we can make it look like. And if I like it, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to keep it. If I don't like it, I'll throw it away. I guess you know how I feel about Jolene, don't you? I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like I want to I want to give it some shape up in there. Or, it's not bad. Fits quite nice actually. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm just going to cut it off. Just give me a little bit of, actually I should probably make sure I got enough bend on it. With doing something like this, it's nice to have leverage. I got to cut that off some. Get that down in there. Got to 45 this edge, get it off, get it down in there a little bit. It's nice to have leverage when it's long, then you can do something with it. If I just cut the pipe to the length that I want, then it's hard to bend something. Then it's real hard to bend something. Not bad. Take it down in there some more. Still got to bend that right. There. I'm going to cut it a couple times more. Give it some more room to bend. Oh yeah. Okay, now let's get this bent down some more. I gotta take a look here. Just cut it some more to make her bend down more. Basically, I'm taking metal away from it, so I'm trying to shrink it a bit. Just trying to get it down in there some more. Not bad. Get it bent down there some more. Alrighty. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, so let's put a pair of vice grips on it. See what we get it looking like. Don't want to bruise the metal at all. That's going to be more tipped up. I'm losing here in the center. It's not bad what I'm losing. It's just that I'd have to make them all the same. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I could weld that alone there, leave that in there and grind it. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make it try to fit a little bit better. Just because the pattern that I have deserves a better piece to fit. It deserves a better piece. And what I mean by that is that And I'd like to get it halfway if I possibly could. So this has got to come down more here. So I got a half, I got a nice going on there. Not bad. I need this to come down. So we need to get back here. Give this some love. Give this some action right here. Get that bent down. Get in there. And we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Let's give it some a little more room to flex. I was thinking about trying to lose some weight, but I think maybe on this one I'll gain some. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Let's put that in there. Let's give us a little more room up here. Just give us at least that much. I'm thinking that much. Take it down some, Chelsea. Take it down some. We'll go with there. I like you. I like you more though, Jolene. No, never forget it. I'm just going to nail that up so it's tight and right. And that can be bent down a little bit too, obviously, I see. So we might be shoving up on that a little bit. See how that's flexing there? That's another thing too. It's all in fitment. So this is what I'm thinking. If I take my marker, I cut it off. Probably could take a little shape out of here to make that fit a little bit better too. Right up in there. But I think that would be welded. We'll make it a little long. How's that? We'll make it a little bit long when we cut it off. Cut it off about here somewhere. Trying to make a straight line as I cut it off. And I can cut that off after because that'll give me a little bit of room up here to play with that. I'm going to take my other markers. Let's do this. Do I dare? I'm hoping that it'll stay in place. What I've bent, this is the first time that I've decided to try to do this. Every other time I've kind of taken the route of the flat piece with the bead rolled. This is the very first time that I've tried to do it this way. And why not? Why not? Just to show you that you don't need a pipe bender to do something like this, or to make something that could look very factory. When this is all welded together, you would think, wow, that's quite a piece. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Not much, but a little. Didn't want to waste that disc, did I, huh? Did not want to waste that disc. Alrighty, got that freed up. I think we stayed in shape. Now, let's pluck that on like nobody's business. How about that? Let's do it. See, I don't know if the shape would have stayed if I would have cut that much and then tried to bend. I don't know if, not sure. Maybe I should try a piece. But I'm going to knock off the aluminum. We got a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a kink going on here when we bend it a little bit. So I'm just going to take the hammer and fix it while we're here, while I'm here. Right? Why wouldn't you? Ooh, I love it. Let's start the welder up. Start the welder up. Alrighty. Let's get our pieces back in shape. I'm going to grab a couple more pairs of vice grips because I want them pieces in shape. I do not want them taking off and acting a fool. I think I'll use what I have over there. No? Let me think. Let me think. I have the other C clamps, a little clamp. These are nice little clamps. And I want to make sure that's in shape before I weld that together. Try to get it fitting the best I can before we start. Nice. Nice. Take this off. We'll bring this down here and make sure that stays in place. Now, what I have to do is make sure that this stays in place. Would be nice. Stay in place. Now, wow. Wow. I'm going to do it. What the heck? I'm going to do it. Right here. Can I push that down? What's that? Yeah, maybe. Not sure. Just trying a little bit. See the shape where I got a little bit higher, a little bit thinner. I don't know what to say other than weld it. Don't get too fussy, Hiltzy. Don't get too fussy. Now, stuck inside that one a little bit. Just wondering if I should be inside. Yeah. Crazy how nice that's fitting. That's what I find hard to believe. I guess that means weld it, doesn't it? Just want that tight. Crazy. Nah, might not. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Now, I hope, well, let's say hope. Actually, let's take it off. Nope, just want to do something here for a second. I've got this side fitting real nice. I got a little bit of gap going on there. I could probably hit it with a hammer, or I could even bring it up a little bit. Am I going to get fussy? Hammer. If I take the hammer, I'm going to knock it off and pry it up because I'm going to get fussy. What are we into for time? 1:15? All right. This is what I'm doing, or this is what I have done. It's tacked together. Let's take it off. And then you can see, or I can pick it up and show you what is going on, what it looks like. So basically, if you can see it, welded all the way down all along that edge, and then buffed off really shiny, so it looks like the cab corner. There wouldn't be much buffing to it because we're right on the high spot. That's basically a stake pocket. I think that would be a very good looking stake pocket, and the reason being is once it's all ground off and cleaned up, you would never know how a person made that. I made it with my brain. Well, actually a welder and a grinder and a couple other things other than that, but basically I really quite enjoy it. So next time when I do this, what I will do is I will take that length of pipe, or a little bit longer, and I will cut it every ½ inch. That way there I can shape it instead of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'll just go down there and do this to the whole piece as long as I need it to make that. And then I'll just bend it in shape on the tire and on the frame. I'll bend it in shape, and then I can cut it off and all that stuff. It'll be a little bit quicker. Where I was, not sure, because the very first time, I have to learn from it. So now I've learned that I'm going to cut it every ½ inch, that distance. All right, everybody, thank you very much for coming back. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the good people. And you know what? We appreciate everybody. Basically, that's probably the stake pocket that I'm going to make. And we're going to make 4 of them, 1 for each end. Yeah. Like if you liked what was going on. Share if you liked it. Please note to yourself, anything that I do here can be done a different way. Take what you like and throw away what you don't. If you want to make them cab corners, you do not have to have a shrinker to make that bend like that. You could have just sliced it like that and bent your piece of metal and then sit it in there. You can do that. Basically, I like doing things and challenging myself to make it without needing things. And you can do the exact same thing. Comment, like, share, Come back. See you tomorrow. Jolene looks amazing.